2501410 LT. This is the case of Village Green Apartments of Wayland versus Philip Cardoza. Is Philip Cardoza present this afternoon?
Yes, Your Honor.
Attorney of record for the plaintiff is Attorney Scott Renner. Is Mr. Renner or someone from that firm present this afternoon?
Yes, Your Honor. Lee Melby, P83783, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Mr. Cardoza, the notes here indicate the following. That both sides were present before the magistrate on the 23rd of May. At that time, the defendant was advised of his rights to counsel and financial assistance. The matter was adjourned for a period of 1 week. On the 30th of May, the defendant appeared. The attorney for the plaintiff did not. The case was dismissed without prejudice. So has this been refiled, counsel?
I had filed ex parte motion to set aside the dismissal and reinstate the case, Your Honor, which the court did sign an order. So
Mr. Cardoza, did you incur any costs for coming here on the 30th of May?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, at this point, they have filed this as a non-payment of rent. They indicate at the time of filing, which was April 28th of this year, the following. First, that your rental rate is $1,287 per month. Do you agree with that, Mr. Cardoza?
Yes, Your Honor.
They indicate at the time of filing, the total rent due was $1,537. Again, this was filed in April. So since that time, another $1,287 for May rent has come due, and another $1,287 for June's rent has come due. So from my calculations, the total back rent through the end of June would be $4,111, plus the court costs that your landlord incurred in this case. Counsel, is that still an accurate figure, or have some payments been made on this?
So there haven't been any payments made on this. My client has added on a month-to-month fee as well because the lease has expired and he has become a month-to-month tenant. So there's been a $250 fee that's been added on to his monthly rent starting in May, Your Honor.
Okay, that's not part of your complaint, counsel.
Okay. So then, yes.
So again, have any payments made?
No, there's been no payments.
Okay. Mr. Cardoza, again, the back rent alone is $1,111 plus the court costs that were involved in this case. Do you agree with that figure?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there any legal reason you haven't paid that rent, or just unable to right now?
Just no repairs have been made at my apartment that put my health at risk, and I have notified them time and time and again. Once the repairs have been made and professionally looked at and coded up to acquire to my health, rent will be paid.
Okay, well, at this point, you would need to put that money into some kind of court escrow. And at this point, they are not requesting any damages as far as back rent. They just want you to get current with the rent or to vacate. So that kind of leaves you with two options here. If it's not a safe place for you to leave, you would have the option to vacate the premises. It wouldn't have any recouping of any back rent. You would just vacate the premises. However, if you wanted to stay at the premises, you would have to pay that back rent and get current. And again, there is a procedure you could follow if you wanted to claim that there were some defects to the property, but it would involve notice to the plaintiff and putting some money into court escrow until those are paid. So at this point, what is your plan, Mr. Cardoza? Do you wish to vacate the premises or try to get this taken care of?
I'd like to work with them and get it taken care of.
Counselor, are you able to provide any additional time on this?
I do have my property manager here. She could probably speak to that better.
Okay, counsel, if you're not prepared, we'll go on to another case. Did you want me to adjourn this for a week so you can discuss this with your property manager?
No, then I would just ask for the normal 10 days, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Cardoza, your landlord is not willing to give you any additional time, so under Michigan law, you'd have to pay that total amount within a 10-day period or vacate the premises. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm looking at this as well. They're indicating late fees of $50, and you're several months behind in rent. So, counsel, let me make a note here and tell you what we're going to need from you, okay? I'll indicate at this point, after hearing, it does appear that there is a large amount of back rent, and I'm showing again a total of $4,111 plus a total of $50 for late fees, plus the costs that were incurred by the plaintiff for filing fee and service fee. And Mr. Cardoza, again, that would have to be paid within 10 days or by a week from Monday. Or after that time, the landlord could ask for an eviction order. They wouldn't have to, but that's the worst that can happen. And I'm required to tell you that as soon as 10 days from now, they could request an eviction order. So I just want to make sure you understand that. Are you clear on that portion, Mr. Cardoza?
Yes, sir. What's the total amount again?
Actually, the attorney will put that all into writing and we'll get that out to you. So it's probably better just to wait for the actual paperwork. I don't know some of these numbers because I don't have access right now to the filing fee and the service fee, but it'll be on the paper that you receive. As always, I tell people if you're attempting to pay that back, again, you're able to stay there if you get that amount taken care of. So if you're getting close, keep in touch with your landlord. The court itself is not able to give you some additional time, but your landlord would have up to 2 months to actually use that eviction order. So hopefully this will work out for you, sir. Good luck, Mr. Cardozo. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.